watching out for you.
This is the scene in the gorge. Hundreds of people have been evacuated, at least one home destroyed in a wildfire that's raging at Moser Creek. It is 6 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola.
I'm Emily Burris. We're tracking the Moser Creek fire tonight. It's burning in the Columbia River Gorge, out of control, threatening homes and forcing hundreds of people to evacuate.
At last report, it was about 800 acres, out of control. Jacqueline Abad spoke with people in the area. She joins us live. What's the latest, Jacqueline? What can you tell us?
Well, Jeff, Emily, you can just see the smoke just off into the distance. Throughout the day, we've seen planes coming in and out as they've been bringing buckets of water to help put this fire out. Now, the fire is 75% lined. We're working on finding out how much of it is actually contained. Today, we did learn that 4 structures were destroyed. Fire officials telling us that they believe it was started by a human. The Moser Creek fire is burning about 800 acres through grass, pine, and oak trees. The Pierce family lives about 2 miles from where it's burning.
It's worrying us because it's been getting a lot closer than what we thought it originally was. So we saw just a lot of smoke, but once the wind started picking up, that's when we got really concerned. And with all the planes and everything, it's kind of unpredictable at this moment.
About 900 other people were already evacuated from the area. The Red Cross set up a shelter for evacuees.
The big concern for us and the watch for us is this afternoon what happens with the weather.
Structural fire crews from around the state are coming in to help protect homes.
Sides that are going to primarily be affected that we're concerned about today is the south and east side of the fire. Keeping a good eye on that this afternoon.
Another concern, COVID-19.
This is not a normal summer with a normal wildfire. We've been here before. We've done this before. We haven't done this with COVID. So one of the components we brought with us was what we call a COVID module. That is a health representative to assist us in all things health-related questions.
While hundreds have already evacuated, the Pierce family waits as fire crews continue to battle the fire.
We haven't been evacuated yet. We're at a level 2, so let's get ready to go. So we've got our place all set up somewhere else.
Governor Kate Brown invoked an emergency declaration to bring more resources to the fire crews here on the front lines. Now, last time we checked in with fire officials, they say that the fire is staying within the fire lines at last check again. But again, they are keeping a very close eye on the south and east side as this fire continues to burn. Reporting live near Moser, Jacqueline Abad, KOIN 6 News.
Jacqueline, tracking that fire tonight. Natasha, she mentioned the airdrops we're seeing continuing today. You got a great picture of one yesterday.
Yeah, I sure did. This is what they were using yesterday, getting water from the Columbia River. These are Erickson air cranes. And if you've never seen them before, they're quite a sight. It kind of reminds me of a mosquito, but these things are powerful. They can hold up to 2,500 gallons of water or fire retardant. That is incredible. Thank you, Nick Anderson, for sharing your photo. Let's get into those conditions right now. Out of the west, 23 miles per hour. That's your sustained wind speed at the Dalles. Of course, what you're seeing actually at the location of the fire is unknown. Oftentimes, these fires create their own weather, and we can also see stronger winds locally at those locations. So that's something to keep in mind. What we're, of course, monitoring is the air quality. So any area to the south and southeast of the fire likely to be affected by that wildfire smoke. And of course, we're concerned about the wind direction not only changing, but also picking up in speed. We expect the change around to happen tomorrow afternoon. Instead, the wind will be coming from the northeast, which will push all of that wildfire smoke out to the southwest, a little bit closer to Portland. There is an air quality alert in effect as a result. We'll be talking more about this and the heat coming up.
All right, Natasha, thank you. Well, big news tonight on the Portland protest front. KOIN 6, the first to report this afternoon that Oregon State Police will end their role in protecting the federal courthouse downtown. They stepped in 2 weeks ago as a way to get the Trump administration to remove federal officers. Lisa Balick with this story. She joins us live from downtown. Lisa, what are you hearing? When do they plan to pull out?
Well, the pullout actually starts tonight, and I understand that the Oregon State Police are not happy with the local district attorney's decision, saying that he will not be prosecuting a lot of the protesters who've been arrested. Protester and police confrontations ratcheting up last night outside the Justice Center, which houses police headquarters and the jail. and violence outside the federal courthouse next door. Some activists asked the crowd not to use violence and leave after a rally. But hundreds stayed, and police say a large explosive and other fireworks were thrown at officers, along with rocks and bottles. One officer suffered a severe hand injury, say police. State police involved in protecting the federal courthouse were out as well. After several hours, Portland police used tear gas. This downtown violence, again, is what law enforcement says it expected. Now that the new district attorney, Mike Schmidt, said this week, quote, he will not be pursuing cases against those arrested if they don't involve deliberate property damage, theft, or force. He says it's not a free pass, but he's recognizing the right to speak and have your voice heard. Police counter, they don't make the arrests until after hours of damage to property, arsons, and attacks against officers. The Multnomah County Sheriff expressed his concerns in an email saying, quote, I didn't realize riot was one of the charges you were presumptively dismissing. The situation on the street is incredibly volatile, with a really committed group of Antifa anarchists starting fires, damaging property, and assaulting police and community members. They may feel even more emboldened if there's a public statement that appears to minimize their activities. Late this afternoon, a statement from the Oregon State Police, quote, the Oregon State Police is continually reassessing our resources and the needs of our partner agencies, and at this time, we're inclined to move those resources back to counties where prosecution of criminal conduct is still a priority. So once again, that 2-week commitment to Portland that the governor promised state police will be covering here at the federal courthouse is up. Now, state police also just sent me a note saying we will continually assess our resources if our partners at PPB need OSP assistance. But as of now, they will not be out here tonight. Live in downtown Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
Lisa, thank you. Our crews will be back out tonight and every night as the protests continue. You can follow our coverage all night long on our KOIN 6 Twitter account, Facebook page. Always, we're streaming live coverage on KOIN.com. And once again, complete coverage tonight on KOIN 6 News at 10 on Portland CW and 11 right here on KOIN 6.
Well, we continue to see support in protests and demonstrations all around our area. Another way that people are supporting is with their money. A grassroots movement to take financial action for racial justice is close to a big milestone. The Black Resilience Fund is an organization providing immediate financial relief to Black Portlanders. Since organizing earlier this year, they've raised almost $1.5 million. That money is helping people pay bills, distribute about 300 food boxes a week, and fostering a network of helpers doing everything from installing AC units to doing yard work. Co-founder Cameron Witten talked to us this morning on KOIN News AM Extra. He says they've received donations from around the globe.
We have captured the imagination of the world when it comes to showing up for Black lives, considering Oregon's history, founded as a whites-only state, and now here we are together, fighting for Black lives, both in the streets and with our pockets. People are watching and they're inspired.
More than $1.4 million has been raised so far, but he says they need $3 million to help the 10,000 Portlanders who are in need. If you'd like to donate or learn more, we've got a link at KOIN.com. Just click on AM Extra.
Oregon announcing 294 new cases of coronavirus today. That brings the state's total number of cases to an even 22,300. Oregon also reported 8 new deaths. That brings Oregon's COVID death toll to 383. In Southwest Washington, Clark County reporting 21 new cases, and that brings the total number of cases in that county alone to 2,181. Washington state as a whole, there are over 65,000 cases with over 1,700 deaths. And Oregon Governor Kate Brown now rolling back the reopening status for Malheur County. Effective Monday, that county will move back to Phase 1. The county has been on a watch list since the beginning of July. Authorities tell us Malheur County has a case rate of 266 cases per 10,000 people, the third highest in the state. So stay with KOIN 6 as we continue to monitor this breaking story. You can find the latest online anytime, KOIN.com.
You know, there's still a lot of controversy surrounding the residential infill project the City Council passed yesterday. It would increase density in single-family Portland neighborhoods. Today, people on both sides are speaking out about the impact this could have. Our Lindsay Nadrich is digging deeper into this issue. Lindsay, this is a really controversial proposal.
Yeah, the goal of this is to create more affordable housing, which is desperately needed here in